Samantha Sam Carter was always chasing the next big story. As an investigative journalist, she thrived on uncovering secrets. And when rumors of strange disappearances led her to the remote mountain town of Shadow Hollow, she knew she was onto something. Locals were tight-lipped, their eyes wary as she asked questions. The town had no online records past the 1800s, and visitors rarely stayed long. There were whispers of something old, something dangerous. One name kept surfacing: Lucas Hale. He was the town's leader, a reclusive but respected figure who, according to the rumors, knew exactly what was happening. Sam was determined to find out why. Under the guise of a travel blogger, Sam rented a cabin on the outskirts of town, close to the woods. She spent her days blending in, learning the rhythms of Shadow Hollow. But no matter how many questions she asked, Lucas Hale remained an enigma, until he found her first. One evening, she returned to her cabin to find him waiting on her porch. Tall, broad-shouldered, with piercing amber eyes, he looked more like a man carved from the wilderness than a town leader. "You need to leave," Lucas said, his voice deep and firm. Sam crossed her arms. "Why? Because I'm asking too many questions?" Lucas took a step closer, and for a moment, she swore his eyes flashed gold. "Because the answers might be more than you're ready for." Sam ignored the warning, determined to find proof of what the town was hiding. One night, she followed Lucas into the woods, keeping her distance. She wasn't prepared for what she saw. Under the full moon, Lucas shifted, his body morphing into something powerful, primal. A massive wolf with dark fur and those same glowing amber eyes stood where he had been. Sam gasped, but before she could flee, the wolf turned and met her gaze. In the next breath, Lucas was human again, standing before her. "Now you know," he said, his voice quiet but filled with something heavy. Sam's heart pounded. Logic told her to run, but her instincts whispered something else: stay. Lucas took her back to town, revealing the truth. Shadow Hollow was a sanctuary, a haven for werewolves who had hidden for centuries. The disappearances she had heard about. Humans who had stumbled too close, some who had been warned, others who had not listened. But now, an old enemy had resurfaced: hunters. They knew werewolves still existed, and they were closing in. "Your article will bring more of them," Lucas said. "If you expose us, you'll be signing our death sentence." Sam hesitated. The story could make her career, but it would destroy this town, and him. "What will you do?" she asked. Lucas's jaw tightened. "Whatever it takes to protect my people." Days passed and the hunters came. Sam found herself caught in the middle of a war she never intended to start. When the hunters cornered her, Lucas and his pack fought to protect her. One hunter aimed his rifle at Lucas, silver bullet glinting. Without thinking, Sam lunged, knocking the hunter off balance. The bullet missed, just barely. Later, as Lucas treated her wounds, he looked at her with something raw in his gaze. "You could have run." "I couldn't," she admitted. "Not when it meant losing you." Lucas exhaled slowly. "If you stay, you'll have to keep our secret forever." Sam took his hand. "Then tell me this, Lucas Hale. Do you want me to stay?" His fingers tightened around hers, his voice rough with emotion. More than anything, Sam never published the story. Instead, she stayed, becoming part of Shadow Hollow, bound by a secret and a promise. And every full moon, beneath the silver glow, she stood by Lucas's side, his mate, his equal, his choice.